One thing you've got to do eventually throughout the process of your sales video is really set yourself apart and be different. Now, I know it's very difficult for a lot of people to be different, especially when you're doing information products, because at the end of the day, a lot of information can be the same in your product that it is to another product. So what you're doing is you have to set yourself apart as a character. Okay, your story is what sets yourself apart, and then all the other elements can come in later on. Okay, but the main thing that's going to set you apart is your story. Okay, to differentiate yourself from your competition. Because at the end of the day, pretty much all profitable niches and markets online are competitive markets. Okay, there's not really any niche out there that's profitable and that isn't being dominated, right? So what you got to do is focus on really setting yourself apart. A very cool way to do this, and you might see a lot of people who have actually done this online, a lot of ClickBank products actually do this, is they provide high value content in the sales video straight away. Okay, so the sales video will be like a 15 to 20 minute sales video, and in the first 10 minutes of that video, what they're doing is they're delivering very high quality content to the viewer. Okay, so obviously they've targeted their viewer, and it could be somebody who's looking to lose weight, for example, and in the first 10 minutes they give them like 5 tips on how they can lose weight. Okay, 5 tips that are going to help them lose weight much faster, right? And then what they'll do is in the last 5 minutes of the video is they'll upsell their own product, they'll up their own solution. Okay, so that is one way you could do it. If you're going to be doing it in that kind of way, you can easily create a video and actually set yourself apart in that way by delivering high quality value in the video itself. All right. The second way to do it is obviously by showing proof. So if we go back to the old formula of just telling a story, the way we done Alex Jeffries' video, a really good way to set yourself apart is showing proof. Okay. Now, if you look at that video we did for Alex Jeffries, the way we delivered his proof, the way we delivered his testimonials was very powerful. Okay. And the reason it was powerful is because we delivered it at the right time of the video. Okay, we were telling Alex's story, we were telling his story of struggle, and then we were telling him how his story kind of changed, and he started to get better and money started rolling in, and then he started to change people's lives. Okay, so it was an inspirational story, how we went from kind of point A to point B, and then when it came to the point where he started talking about changing people's lives, we brought in this proof, we brought in all the social proof, people who had testimonial videos and audios that we recorded of people explaining how Alex actually changed their life. Okay, and now by showing that proof, Alex really differentiated himself in that video from his competition by the way we presented the testimonials. Okay, so proof can really be used to differentiate yourself in your videos. One obvious thing to do is overcome obstacles. All right, now a lot of people might find this confusing because they might say, well, the customer isn't there, so I don't know what obstacles he has. Well, if you do your research carefully and you actually understand what the problems of your customer are and the viewer are, then you'll be able to overcome those obstacles before the viewer even thinks about them. Okay, so for example, again, we'll go back to Alex Jeffries' video. The one obstacle that people will have about Alex Jeffries' product was that it might be too complicated. It might be difficult. It might be hard to learn. Now, the way we overcame those obstacles was first through the proof. Okay, we had testimonials of different kinds of people who said Alex Jeffries made it very simple, and Alex Jeffries was able to help me and make me successful. Okay, so what that did was it showed that anybody can do it. There are loads of people out there who have been successful from Alex Jeffries' program. All right, and that was how we pretty much overcame that obstacle. And then right at the end of the video, Alex Jeffries says, I'm nobody special. Anybody can do this. All you have to do is take action on the steps and anybody can do this. Alright, so he made it very clear that it wasn't a complicated system. It wasn't complicated to make money online. All they had to do was take action. Alright, so as you can see, what we're doing is we're overcoming those obstacles. And again, that's a powerful way to set yourself apart from your competition. And there's a few other things that you can differentiate yourself on when it actually comes to presenting your product or your offer. So when you're actually talking about your product, you can talk about time. Is your solution faster than the competition? How long does it take to learn your solution? Okay, is it costly? Is it more expensive than your competition, or is it cheaper than your competition? Is it difficult to learn, or is it complicated? Is there support? Is it a software program where there needs to be support, like technical support? And is it something that you've got experience with before? So in the case of Alex Jeffries, of course, Alex Jeffries had been through the programs himself, and he created a system himself. So we had the experience. In the time, we proved that through the proof. We had Joe Van Johnson say he made $20,000 in a week. That was proof that the time factor, it was very fast to do. Okay? And we covered the difficulty aspect. We showed that it wasn't difficult to do. It just took the fact that it was all about taking action. You see? So if you look at that video, we hinted at all the different types of obstacles that people could have. And we covered different elements that our competition won't be able to stand up to us against. Okay, so these are all things that can really set yourself apart from your competition. Okay, so let's run through them one more time. The first thing is you could provide high value content in your video. The second thing is that you can show proof, testimonials that will make you stand out. The third thing is overcome the obstacles of the viewer before they start thinking about it after the video. So cover them in the video. If you think that your customer might think that your solution is too complicated, make sure you explain in your video that it's not complicated. If they think it's going to be expensive, tell them in the video it's not expensive. If they think it's going to take too long, tell them in the video it's not going to take too long. If they think there's not going to be enough support, tell them there's going to be support. And if they think you don't know what you're doing and you are not credible, prove to them that you are credible. Okay? And by doing those things, you will set yourself apart from your competition. Because at the end of the day, people claim things online all the time. So if you've got proof, make sure you show it, because it can make a really massive difference to set yourself apart. And really, you want to make the purchase an easy decision. You want to make it an easy decision for the viewer. So if you eliminate any concerns and obstacles that are going to prevent them making a purchase, you're making it much easier for your customer to buy the product. And really what you're trying to do is make your viewer feel like there is no other alternative other than your product. Okay, because you're addressing all those concerns and all those things within your video. And really, you want to be hitting those things throughout the video. It doesn't have to be all in one go. It doesn't have to be one thing after the other. Okay, it can be spread out. And what you're doing is you're trying to tell a story whilst addressing those points.